Hi, everybody. Welcome to Hook and Stitch Non-Style. I'm Antoinette, your hostess. And there's nobody here yet, but if you're watching the replay, thank you. And I'm just going to sit here and knit for a while and see who comes in. Just thought I'd catch up because I haven't been around for the last couple of days. Well, I've been around, been here at home, but I've been working on opening the pool up. So that took a lot of time, and the shoulders are sore. I just took 2 more Tylenol. Um, I did a video. I haven't put it up yet because I have to do all the links in the description box because I talked a lot about patterns and stuff it's just a catch up chat, but we'll talk about some of it here too. So you'll probably see this before you see the, the video I'm putting up. I'll upload it later today. I started filming the tutorial for the knitted dishcloth, the basket weave waves dishcloth. So I started filming that. And the other video I have going is the tutorial for the lettuce for the broomstick cow. So yeah, lots on the go, but just been busy the last couple days. I'm just going to step back here and close the curtain so you can see my anchor. That's my backdrop, my anchor. Welcome in, Tank. Hi, dear. How are you? Yeah, I just decided to do a pop-up live because I've been so busy opening up the pool, and I come on for an hour or so and catch up with everybody. This week's gonna be a busy week because I'm teaching the last Thursday and Friday this week and next week. So yeah, welcome in, Pansky. Welcome in. So glad to see everybody. Um, put in, the usual. What are you drinking? Where are you at? How's the weather? What are you working on? Um, I just I did a video, but it's not uploaded yet because I have to do all of the links and stuff in the description box because I talked about a lot of patterns and a couple projects that I fixing a bit to eat. Yeah. No, this weekend was Bar went away for the weekend of her girlfriend, so it was just me and the girls, the dogs, which trying to work on cleaning the pool because I had to. My guy showed up to open it yesterday morning, so I was in the middle of making bread, so I got that all squared away and went out. Okay, cool. And then I had to do once we got it up, and it was filling. I had to wait for it to fill up to a certain point before I could turn the pump on. It was a beautiful day yesterday. Rained this morning, but when I was dragging the cover up from the pool, I got covered in red ants. I stripped on my deck. I hope nobody was looking because they'll be in therapy, and ran into the house right into the shower. So I'll have to call Orkin, have them come out and spray again, like we did last year, because we had Gracie when she was a puppy. She got bit up by red ants, and it just messed. Oh, she was a mess. So with Kiva now, yeah, they are. So but I get mega ant liquid ant traps, and I put them around the pool where the deck is for where we go down the ladder so they don't come up. Welcome in, gorgeous. Welcome in. Hey, for no, it's not that warm here. It's only maybe 60. Well, thank you, Susanna. Thank you. All right, dear. Thank you. Sleep well. Sleep well. She's over in Australia. In fact, when I go over there in 2025, hopefully her and I are going to be able to try to hook up and we can meet in real life. It's so neat when you get to do that. I really enjoy when I met with Debbie from the Canadian Crotcher. It's nice meeting up with, you know, actually in real life. But no, I cast on a friend of mine I play cards with. Welcome in, Jeanette, from Nova Scotia. Well, good for you. You know what? Sunday's supposed to be a day of rest and relaxation, which is what I'm doing today. Because the last couple of days I was busting hump making bread, and then again the pool. It was ongoing for the whole day because I'd set the robo back, a creepy crawler, to go for so long. Then I had to go down, empty out the strainer baskets, get her going again. And then this morning I did the tested where the chemical levels were. My pH was low, alkalinity was low. So I added the stuff, and now it's got to run for 4 hours, and then I've got to retest it. So hopefully by next week we will have, I'll have the chemical levels where they need to be. And surprisingly, the water wasn't as cold as I thought it would be. But then again, we've had some warm weather in the 25, 26 Celsius, which is like, 80 degrees. So the water's warming up already. Um, but we have to, I had to do a quick repair on the deck there because it was a temporary deck that we put up. So we're going to have to replace it this summer. We're going to replace it with a redwood pressure treated because the lumber they used wasn't pressure treated. So we got 3 years out of it, 4 years out of it. And so I got to sit down and finally knit. I've been staying up every night till like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning just to get the dogs to sleep in so I could sleep till at least 7. Yeah, Pam, it rained this morning and it's kind of overcast off and on. Sun's peeked through a few times. After the live, Barb and I are going to go out and we are going to fold up the cover from the pool, the mesh cover, which is the winter cover for it. And I put it up on the clothesline by myself. That's how I got the red ants all over me because they were in the cover. So I'm just itching thinking of it. Oh, just itching thinking of it. So she has to help me fold because it's a big cover. We got a big pool. It's 28 feet across. It's a round pool. It's 28 feet across. It's a big pool. But was worth every penny. I mean, that's our summer entertainment. We swim. And this will be the first summer I think I get to enjoy it since the first year we put it in because I've worked every summer since then, and on the ferry I never really have any time. So being semi-retired, maybe, but just not working, just working on my uh, upgrading my tickets and stuff for teaching. So what have I been working on? Well, I talked about it in the video. I've been on this vintage kick. I pulled out some of my books here and just been looking through some vintage patterns and stuff. And I figure it's vintage because I'm vintage. Yeah, I'm vintage. I'm old. But I saw this popped up in my feed, and it was a free pattern from Hirschner's. And I'm trying to work for my stash, which I've been doing pretty good. I bought very little yarn in the past year and a half. I bought very little yarn. I've given away. I've sold some, which there's another Shop My Stash. It'll be later this summer. But I made this here. It's called the Seashell Satchel. But that's the pattern, and it's a free pattern. I'll show you the bag. I just have to finishing work up and sew the handles and stuff on. And I made it with Karen cotton cakes, which have been in my this particular one had been in my stash since 4 years, maybe. It's the Karen cotton cakes. It's a 60 cotton, 40 acrylic. It's nice to work with. It's great for garments, bags, not for dishcloths because it's not 100% cotton. I do make dishcloths out of a cotton polyester, which worked real well. They wear like iron. But this was the color blushing melon, and they say it's number 4, but it's a number 3. It's not a 4. It's a 3. And I just have to now. I'm not real good at you too, Jeanette. Hey, hey. The wrinkles and the gray hair is I consider it my my badges, of living life. But this is the bag. Like I said, the handles aren't sewn on yet. I have to do the surface crochet. I've got the button sewed on. It's made in 4 pieces. You make 2 of these and then 2 of the base. And then these are slip stitch. You start here and you slip stitch all the way around. Here and you slip stitch all the way around to assemble it. And I'll show you. It's hard to see the inside because I got the button on. Here we go. And that's the inside. So you don't even need a liner in it because it's all done in single crochet. So when I sewed the button on, just went through my stash of buttons and found something that matched. You make a loop. But I thought I'd make a cute little beach bag or a project bag. And I've got to sew the handles on. And the handles are, you chain 92. You double crochet in the back loop only down. And then when you turn, double crochet in the front loop, then you fold them in half, and then you slip stitch. So it gives welcome in, Maritza. And then so it's a pretty hefty handle. So I thought I'd make a cute project bag or for the beach. Wind up your beach towel. Welcome in, little sis. Welcome in. So, and I was done with an H hook. Or no, sorry, I hook. It was a very easy pattern, and like I said, I wanted something quick, you know. I worked on. I have 2 pair of socks that I'm doing the feet on. Um, I got to finished up round 120 on Solar Flare, so now it's 11 rounds left to go, and then I'm on the Flames. But that's 700 stitches right now around, increasing every round that increases. Finding off that's going to be fun. But so I worked on that. But that's something I got to pay attention to because of the pattern. It's got 9 repeats on the pattern. Each round of stitches is repeated 9 times, and they're increasing and decreasing. Let me see here. I just got a quick thing here. I don't see you, sis, in the basement. I don't see you in the basement. You're not there. We'll try that again. Copy. Send it here. I'm just technology, isn't it wonderful? Okay. There, I'm back. Yes, if you feel like dropping your links, you feel free to drop your links. I don't have a problem with that. Just drop your links, show the love, share the love. Try to. By the way, I want to thank everybody that has been watching my playlist, because I am right now I'm at almost 2,600 watch hours, like 400 watch hours to go, and I'll be at the first level of monetization, which means I can do. Welcome in, Granny D. Welcome in. That means I'll be able to do more giveaways like I used to. It just got to be too expensive on my own, and now that I've welcome in, sis.
Hi. I forgot to do enter.
No worries. Now that
everyone.
hubby's income's no longer, so I'm on my own, so I have to budget.
I'm only here for a little bit. In an hour, we're going in town to visit Dean's mom.
Welcome in, Drag Cat. That's all. Welcome in, Lorraine. I only figured I'd come on for an hour because I have bread rising, and I've got to go back out to the swimming pool, and I've got to put the creepy crawly back in again. I've been running up and down the steps outside, back and forth with the thing. Barb's home now, so she's got the girls. Give me a break. But just been talking about patterns. I did a video, but it's not going to upload till after the live because I've got a ton of pattern links to put into it. But I cast on. I was saying, I don't know if I talked about it.
Hi, Granny D.
I showed somebody. Anyways, one of the guys I played cards with, him and his wife are expecting their first baby.
That's
it's a girl. I was hoping it was going to. Oh yeah, I was hoping it was going to be a girl because. Okay, Lorraine. No, thank you. Yeah, Lorraine, I watched your video this morning. I see you're doing your Mary Maxim sock kit. I'm glad you're enjoying it. The pattern I wanted to do was a vintage pattern I found in a Sadar book. And that's why I was hoping it was going to be a girl, because I fell in love with this pattern. It is absolutely so sweet and so vintage. And just got to find a picture of it here. Oh, this is the outfit. Oh, good, Lorraine. That's the outfit.
Oh my goodness.
Here, I'm gonna go solo for a minute here.
Yes, definitely.
But I mean,
that is precious.
So, I mean, it's got a lot of patterns in this book, a lot of cable sweaters and stuff for the little ones.
Wow.
So I started doing the pattern. Row 5 stitch counts wasn't working out. I got frustrated, ripped it out, hit Ravelry to find some free patterns because I wanted a dress, and I found this one that was made specifically for a yarn I've had in my stash for quite a few years. And it's by Premier. It's a free pattern. I got it off Ravelry. It's called the Sweetheart Dress. Let me go solo here a minute. This is the little dress. That is the front of the dress.
Oh my goodness. Oh, okay.
It uses the bloom, which is a DK, and this is the back of the dress. Oh, my hand's covered. Sorry. And that's the back of the dress.
Oh my goodness.
So I cast it on, and this is not TV watching material, believe me. Okay. So I'm on the yoke and the top of the dress before you join in the round. This is done flat, then it's joined in the round. So I'm working on that. While I was at it looking for patterns, I found this one, and I absolutely had to print it up. It was a free pattern. This is going to probably be one of my, I think, even more challenging than Airbender and Solar Flare.
Oh my.
Yeah, I'll explain why. This is the pattern. It's called the Elizabeth Coat.
Ooh.
And this is a 3 to 4 toddler size.
Oh my goodness.
And as I'm reading through the pattern, because you guys know I love cables, I'm whether it's a knit cable or a crochet cable, but knit cables are easier. I love cables. This pattern was designed by a lady from Russia, and it was on her blog in Russian. So this lady called Lena on KP, I haven't figured out what KP is yet, translated it into English. The problem is, they said it's a trial and error process because, yeah, it's a great idea. I do too. Because how this is done is it gives you a quick, oh, Obi, don't start. I'm gonna smack you. I know, talking with my hands again. I'm talking with my hands. There's 6 cable patterns, over 16 repeats, separated by seed stitch. Welcome in, Suzanne. And you choose what cables you want to do, but you have to make sure the stitch count. So there's going to be math involved. So anyways, this is something, and you start by casting on 330 stitches.
For a child's dress or
3 to 4 toddler, yes.
Wow.
Because of the flared and the pleats. So that's a future. This is the future pull my hair out frogging
you'll be able to
pattern.
do no problem. Stop.
And then I found this other pattern. It's called a diamond baby dress. I thought it was so cute because of the baby doll booties that come with it. Here we go here solo quickly here. It's called the diamond baby dress, but I thought the booties were so cute.
Oh my goodness.
So what I'm going to do on this sweetheart dress. Oh, wonderful. I just pulled off. Excuse me. I dropped my stickies. And now I've lost my place on the pattern. Wonderful.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'll figure it out. I also have another thing going. I'm going to add ruffles, like do a cap, like a little puff sleeve with ruffles, and then put a ruffle along the bottom. So, and that's just a matter. I'll just have to figure up. Like I have that pattern for the ruffled socks, and I'll just take that pattern and adapt it to the stitch count to do that. The other thing is, we've been talking about all the minis we have. A lot of people have a a stash of minis, mini skeins. And there's all kind of projects. And I remembered I had actually bought the pattern probably 4 years ago. It's crocheted, it's not knit. It's called the Battenberg blanket, which was a big trending pattern by Sandra Paul from the Cherry Heart podcast. Now, this blanket is something you would do long term. Anybody I watched that had been doing this back then when I was watching had been a long term project that they were doing. They were using their because it's done in fingering weight and it's crocheted, not knit. And they would just keep adding as you go, which there are tutorials to show you that. And this is what the Battenberg blanket looks like.
Oh, okay, that's what that's called?
Yes, that's the Battenberg blanket. So, with all the minis, I'm thinking that's something I may do because I can ball up, just one, because minis I put into a ball rather than a cake because it's just so small.
Yeah.
Because that blanket is 30 blocks by 36 blocks, and it's approximately 1,020 blocks.
Holy gosh.
Well, they're small blocks. So I've got all these minis because we got the Fiona jar and all that. So I thought that would be a great, 3mm hook. Throw it in your bag. Throw in a handful of minis. Just make all your blocks and get, maybe 10 done. Then you have to have a main color.
To go between them.
To go between them, right? And you make blocks that way. You make blocks in that color too. So make like 10 mini blocks and then 10 of the main color block. And then there's a tutorial that shows you how they join as you go, and then just keep working at the blanket. So you can literally just take some of your minis and, ball up or cake up some of the main color, make those blocks, but make an even amount of each one. And in the end, you've got a beautiful heirloom blanket to pass on because it'll be out of wool and, wool nylon blend. But also you can use your fingering weight. I'd even say you could do number 1 and 2 yarn scraps. It's a great scrap blanket,
Oh, yeah.
So I've just been looking through
stuff you have left over from socks.
Exactly. I have left over from socks. I just ball it up and I throw it in my container there. Okay, Gravy, thank you for coming, dear. You have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Don't overdo it.
Have a good time.
But so that's really what I've been doing. I've got 2 pair of socks. I'm working on the feet. One is a worsted weight wool sock, and the other one is a regular sock yarn. And I'm finishing up that, and I'll have another pair of socks done, which will give me 5 pair for the year so far. I'm waiting to get them done to cast on a couple more. I'll cast on a couple pair of socks at a time and then just work on them.
Yeah, you know me, I do one thing at a time. When I'm done this top that I'm doing, I'm going to do a pair of socks. The Hermione.
Yeah, I got a pattern. And it's Laura Nelkin. She has a Facebook group, and she had this free pattern. It was on Instagram. It was called the Larch Peds. It's a footy sock with just a little ankle. But the way she designed it, it's really unique, and she improved on the pattern. And of course, I got the update on the pattern, and it has all where you can change the arch. I mean, it's a very interesting pattern. I haven't knitted it, cast it on yet, but I'm going to because it's just a shorty sock. Sorry, the pollen is unbelievable, and my eyes have just been burning and itching. Okay, Suzanne, are you doing it with beads? Is it in cotton thread? Is it in what kind of material? What kind of purse is it in?
I've not done a purse.
I've done a few bags. I was like that shell bag I did, and I did the over on the door the Venetian bag from the Vintage Crochet channel.
You're going dark.
Yeah, it's because there's light in here. It's because Obi is there. It's because the positioning of Obi. I'm trying not to talk with my hands because I make Obi misbehave.
It's a bit hard to do sometimes.
I'm Italian. Can I say I'm Italian? Yeah, I was just oh, and the neat thing about that, the baby that I'm making that dress for, the colors of the nursery, ocean colors. I've got yarn.
Nice.
I've got yarn that I'm gonna do a blanket in the ocean colors. Oh, okay, cool. Share it on the Yayas, Suzanne.
Yeah,
You can see it.
please.
I was Crystal had just shown a bag, market bag she did. It's huge. She did this bag that's reversible. You can reverse it, and she made a matching bucket hat to go with it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't watched her latest ones.
She did a video that, I mean, I'm not gonna talk about it, but it's a shame. I respect her privacy. I respect her as a content creator and as a person.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
But no, so that's what I'm doing. But like I said, I've been delving into the vintage. I mean,
You're gonna be
I'm
the
showing my
vintage
age.
queen.
Huh?
You're gonna be the vintage queen.
No, that's not me. I've always loved vintage. Even before I started watching the vintage knit and vintage crochet channels, I've always loved vintage. In fact, like my wedding was a Victorian wedding. I've always liked the vintage era. And the thing is, you can, and again, I've done most of the. Can you hear the girls barking?
Mm-hmm.
It's been 3 days of that. A vintage pattern, its copyright only lasts, I think it's 50 years, and then the copyright goes bye-bye. That's how, like Karina on Just Vintage Crochet, Engineering Knits, has vintage knitting patterns, and they can show them, they can teach them because the copyright. Now, as a courtesy, if the designer's still alive or come out of a magazine or book, do the common courtesy thing and contact them and say, hey, I'm gonna do a crochet along or a knit along with this pattern. Do you mind giving proper credit?
Mm-hmm.
Or show a stitch or something like that. So I mean, so that's something that may happen in the future where I delve into my love of the Victorian era and stuff like that, whether it be knitting or crocheting. Especially since I have so many vintage like knitting. There was one I showed in the video that I'll be uploading later today. I don't even think they make it any. This magazine's in existence anymore. It's called Fashion Knitting. I mean, $2.95 for a magazine. But
Wow.
it doesn't give the year. I'd have to do a little bit of research to find out the year.
Not even inside?
No. Couldn't find anything. Oh, yes, I did find it. It's 1982, I think. This magazine is produced in Italy for distribution in the United States. This is from 1982. So you're talking 52 years ago.
No, 40.
42 years ago. But there was on the back, which I find so interesting, because I watch these vintage channels. Now it says Knitting Fever Incorporated. I have seen a couple of creators there that were showing. Welcome in, Steve. Welcome in.
Hi, Steve.
That were showing yarn from Knitting Fever. So I don't know if this is the same company. But what I found interesting was these ivory knitting needles. Now, these are just straights and DPNs. I got to do a little research to find out when circular needles became a thing. But I mean, these needles are bone.
Oh, bone.
They're bone needles.
Whose bones?
It says.
Oh no! You put me up there.
There I am.
There you go.
It says the Rolls-Royce of knitting needles. They have the appearance, the feel, the durability, the smoothness, the memory, and the warmth of real ivory.
Oh, so not real.
Not bone, but ivory. Yeah, ivory needles. So I found it quite interesting.
Well, ivory, isn't that from elephant tusks?
Yes. But I don't know if it's real ivory or if it's you know. But what was interesting, the one garment that and this is another case of, these are in UK terms, but also the patterns aren't real expletive. The explanation. I mean, a lot of this is you need to know, and it even gives the patterns in here for knitting machines, not the Centros, but real knitting machines.
So for I know the UK and US terms for crochet is a lot different. Is it the same for knitting?
I don't know. I would have to look and see. I think they're all pretty much the same in knitting. The only thing you have to check is needle size. If it gives a UK needle size, you got to get find the US equivalent. But there was this one particular pattern that caught my eye. And it was this one here.
Oh, that's interesting.
I love the sleeve. Okay, Steve, thank you. Yeah, I knew it hasn't been long because when I first started knitting, I got a circular needle and had no idea what the heck to use it for. And interchangeables weren't even thought of. I'll have to do some research on that. But I thought it was interesting. You guys know me. I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd. And I've been looking through this book here. That one I showed, the vintage styles for today. It's Line Brand.
Yes. That's a cute top on the beginning there. The little vest.
And it's crocheted. But what they did was they modernized the patterns. But there are some really neat turn of the century, turn of the 20th century. They're from the 19th century into the early 20th century. But it's neat. Delving into, in days gone by, seeing the difference in not only the terms, but the stitches, because stitches, like it used to be called the Van Dyke stitch, which is now basically known as the granny stitch. And that was used well up into the late 1800s, early 1900s. It was called the Van Dyke stitch. Now it's called. Okay, yeah. So there's a lot of places they get the ivory from.
Yeah.
I mean, piano keys at one time were made with ivory. Tickle the ivories.
Ebony and ivory.
Yep. So it's interesting, it's interesting to have. Thank you, Tank. Thank you. It's interesting to look into the other side of our crafts, where we're talking about. Again, I'm a nerd. I research fibers. I research materials that your tool, whether crochet hook, Tunisian hook, or knitting needles, against what fibers, which one works better, and what the advantages and disadvantages and stuff. It's a way to better my understanding of my craft.
Look what I got.
Oh, you got your needle? Aha, another one. I love mine. I watched MDL crochet. Now Michael,
they're cool too.
Yeah, and anybody that any channels I talk about, I try to remember, and I put them in the description box after this goes to replay. But again, if you see somebody you're not subscribed to in the description box, if you're in the right replay, or somebody drops their link here in the chat, please feel free, go show you up, check the channel out. Michael is teaching Tunisian, and there's only a few people that really that's all they do is Tunisian, and Michael, that's all he does is Tunisian, and he is doing a full series and everything else, and he's really trying to get his watch hours into his monetization level. So go check him out. He does. He has what's called triple threat Thursday. Jeez, these tongue twisters. Where he is with, I'm getting a brain fart. Maybe somebody in the chat knows. With two other content creators, and they all three get together to help everybody get their watch hours. So, and that's what it's all about, helping each other. My goal is, if I get there, I get there. It'd be nice. If I don't, I'm not going to harp on it, but it would be nice so I can do more of the giveaways like I used to. Thank you. Yes. Dawn, Aaron, and Spring, the fiber enthusiast. Thank you.
One thing I like about these, there's a 7 in there. They give you a 7. Which
don't know if I
is, yeah, you got 7 because you were naming which ones
7
you
is
got.
an unusual size to get.
Exactly. That's one
That's
reason
nice
why
thing.
I really
Like
liked
I
it.
said, the needles, I love my needles. I'm gonna do a project down the line with them. I gotta get I'm getting stuff done, but I'm also putting new stuff on. I've got time to work on the baby stuff, baby garments. She's not due
You
till October, so I've got
you
time for
should
that.
see if there's a Tunisian baby garment.
I will. I just go. I go to Ravelry and research free patterns. I've got so many books patterns now. I literally when I have my sale there, or I'm giving sending gift away prizes out. I've been grabbing a pattern or two and sticking them in their, their parcels because I have so many patterns.
I
But
think
that's not.
you can get free ones on Etsy also. I get a few off Etsy.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah.
And again, I've got a dragon Amy going. I'm gonna make. I welcome in Chandra. Welcome in. Um, and I think I'm gonna make a little lovey to go with it for her. A little
Oh
lovey.
yes.
Yeah, I
Oh yeah,
have.
make a little amigurumi and yeah.
Actually, I have. Oh, it's in the other room. I actually have one of those BTY with the big eyes, and it's a pink kitty cat.
Oh really? Cute.
Yes, Dragon Cat. As long as you clear your watch history, I do that every night, and I pick a different person each night, and I run their playlist to help with. Welcome in, Ola Joe, or should I say Orla? A long story. Mama G Gear. I was watching the auction yesterday for the Mental Health and Meow charity that they have, which is a wonderful charity. And Mama G first referred to Ola Joe as Oila Joe, so now she calls her Oila Joe instead of Ola. Yep, exactly, Andrea, exactly. I actually won a couple of the auctions yesterday, and one of the things I bought was some yarn dyed by Mama G that is going to be in the Podiversary
Oh.
prize cube, because my goal is for the Podiversary, a lot of the prizes are going to be makes from content creators. I want to try and support the content creators as well as prizes from artisans on the island.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So that's what you have to look forward to in August when I do the Podiversary. So I got something from Mama G and some of the other people that either dye yarn or they do project bags. I'm going to be buying from them so I can support the channel, not channels, but the little business, and then also the artisans on the island celebrating my love of where I live, Deer Island.
Well, yeah.
And one of the examples was I had sent them to a lot of people also in gift packs with the handmade, hand painted wooden buttons with
Oh, from Michelle.
yes, from Michelle. And that'll be something later on this summer. I'll be as I start getting the prizes together. Whether the content creator, the maker makes stitch markers, project bags, dyes yarn. Some do resin hooks. But I thought that was a good way to celebrate my 5-year Podiversary, thanking everybody that has supported me over the last 5 years, and showing love and helping the makers. I try to support small business more so than the big business. I can't afford to buy a lot of the, hand dyed yarn. I can't afford it. It's expensive. Mama G's goes to a charity that is very near and dear because I worry about all the animals, kitties and the puppies, and also mental health. So, and Mama G and Rusty have done this for years, even before she even thought of YouTube. So they've been doing this 20 plus years.
Oh,
So
well.
I don't mind helping out. And I've done a couple charity auctions where I did a bid on something and won a couple things. I set myself a budget. That's all I spend, and that's what I did. But no, thank you everybody for coming in. If I've missed you or missed a question, please just smack me upside the head and put it up there, and I'll answer it again.
Never.
But no, and again, I apologize. I'm trying, for being quote semi-retired, which I still don't think that's a whole nother video. But I found like last week 4 trips to the mainland. This week I've got 2 doctor's appointments on Tuesday. Actually, one's a doctor's appointment and one is a therapeutic massage. I'm going to start using my insurance.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my whole $1,500 between now and the end of the year.
Right.
And then I'm teaching Thursday and Friday in St. John's. So that's more trips to the mainland. And then I'm doing that also next Thursday and Friday. And then in June, I've got 2 dentist appointments. So I'm trying to get, self-care. I'm trying to make myself healthy. I'm trying to do some self-care. I don't know. Trying to anyways.
Yeah. I go to a masseuse. All they want to do is like attack my knots. It's like, no,
well,
don't do that.
Well, because they said all they had available was the guy. I said, I don't care. It's like going to a male doctor. But because I broke my back when I was 38, I had 4 broken vertebrae in my back. I do have issues. Because I refuse the surgery. I will not have the surgery done on my back.
No, that's a 50-50. You'll be stuck in a wheelchair.
I've seen it happen, so I want nothing to do with it. So I just adjust my life. I make sure I stay active. I make sure I keep my weight down. Not that I'm not a little chunky girl, but I mean, I'm a big girl. Welcome in, Demetra. Welcome in.
Hey, Snaily.
Slug.
Slug.
But
Snaily's somebody else.
The naked snail's Demetra.
Yeah. Oh, yes, Demetra.
Crafty Snaily Mom is the other one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know her too much.
She is Perp's daughter. Anyways, there's a relationship there. But yeah, so I'm trying to just take care of me for, trying to make myself healthy and stuff like that. So I can, I got to stay healthy enough to use up my stash.
Honestly.
I mean, I'm 63. I mean, I got enough, even with having the sale and giving yarn away, I still have quite a bit. 400,000 yards, roughly. But I'm going to have another sale. Don't worry, we're going to have another sale. I just got to bag it up. And that's later on. I mean, that's something that I can always do. Just like I'm going to have my perpetual yard sale this summer when I finish emptying my stuff out of the store. And Barb and I figured out a way we're going to do our bridge. We had gotten some 10-inch salmon cage pipe. Obi, I swear to God, I'm going to smack you into next week. And what we're going to do, nope, Tank, I'm 63. I was born in 1961. We're going to take these pipes. They're about 16 foot long. We're going to run them across the culvert. And then we're going to get 2x6s and put them across the opposite way to drive across. Plenty of room. So we can get that building up.
Yes.
I'm older than you, Tank. I'm born in 61. Like I said, I'm the OB of the group. And I'm not going to say what it is because this is not that kind of channel. But I used to come on the ferry and I said, the OB's here. Andrea, I watched my sister go through 4 back surgeries, my mom, my other sister, and not a one of them were better off after the surgery. They were worse off. And I've seen people, same thing. Now, when I was nursing, I watched people that got the back surgery. And there were several that became paralyzed from the neck down, waist down.
Oh, gosh.
To me, it's not worth the risk. It's something I can manage through exercise, and just maintaining, for quality of life.
And watch how you move. That's what I do. I watch how I move.
Don't be stupid like I am. I'm a testarud. That's Italian. My mother's gonna wash her mouth out with soap. I'll overdo it. And I have to learn to quit doing that. Oh. Okay, Jeanette. She knows what it means then. OB means. But yeah. So to me, you're born in 62. You're the same age as Darlene.
No.
No, you're 64. Barb was born in 62.
Yes, I was born in 64.
My sister
the big
Hannah
60 this year. The
Yep.
big 6-0.
Yep. 6 decades. But
Yeah.
I'll tell you, it's nothing to be. It's not. If you are in the chat and you are, in your 30s, 40s, 50s, it's never too late. That's that's the same thing I have done. People said, "Oh, it's vain." No, it has nothing to do with vanity because I really don't give a crap. I try to manage my weight because 10 pounds, just as little as 10 pounds. Oh, Suzanne, you're not that much older than me. 10 pounds cripples me. It cripples me. So I watch my weight. Like I'm starting to walk with the dogs, which walking is one of the best exercises you can do.
That's if you can walk for a good distance.
Well, yeah, and make sure you wear good sneakers or good walking shoes.
Oh, yeah. Yesterday we went to the mall and I saw Birkenstocks there. And my podiatrist said you should maybe get a pair, like especially around the house, because they're so stiff. Almost $200
Yeah, they're not
for
cheap.
sandals.
Tank, there are different ways you can find a modified. Now I know yours is a breathing problem for one, but there are modifications that you can find for a passive, exercise and things that you wouldn't even think were, so do what you can when you can. I mean, it's as simple as if you're sitting in your chair. You've seen it all over Facebook. Exactly. Chair exercise. You've seen it all over Facebook, all over Instagram, where they have the chair yoga now, and something is better than nothing. Well, Jeanette, yeah, I mean, I get a lot of walking in. I'm generally between 10 and, especially when I'm working on the ferry, between 10 and 20,000 steps a day. I do get, but just normal. When I'm home, I'm up and down the stairs to the basement. I'm up and down the stairs on the deck. I'll sit down and I'll knit for a little bit, then I'm jumping back up and going to do something. So I do stay active because I just can't sit for an extended period. Like when I'm sitting at the computer doing computer work for whether it's doing my lesson plans, which is tomorrow, or stuff for the Chamber of Commerce, it kills me. It's 6 hours straight at the computer. So I have to make sure I remind myself, get your butt up, get up, move around, go get something. But again, it's up and down the steps because my office is down in the basement. So I get a lot of cardio workout. Well, I understand, Tank. Yeah. But you're doing, chair exercise. That's something. People that have breathing issues. I love my Skechers.
But they're sneakers, right?
Yeah, Skechers. Well, they have different types of shoes for Skechers, but they're sneakers.
Yeah, he
You can get
wants me to have
slide-ons.
ones that don't move.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's just it, Tank. It took a long time. When I was 13, I went snow skiing, and I was on the beginner hill, and I was learning how to ski. Snow ski. I fell, broke my left leg in 12 different places, shattered my foot.
Goodness.
I shattered my ankle, cracked my femur, and compounded the tibia and fibula. 1 year in a cast, and then therapy to learn to walk again without a limp, without you know what? I never snow skied again. I figured that was a sign. It was not something for me, so I don't snow ski. But again, it took a long time, and when I got out of the cast finally, because I was in a hip cast, I had put weight on the whole bit, and I had to get all that weight off and stuff like that. So it's a long process. But again, arthritis is setting in now that I'm old. I'm an active. I've broken every limb in my body at least once.
Knock on wood, I've never broken a bone.
No, I have broke both legs. I've broken my back. Cracked my head open when I was a kid. Ran right into one of those old steam radiators.
I have like a nice scar here. I have a nice scar on my leg. You've seen it.
Yep.
It's like the length and width of my finger. You can count the stitches.
Yep.
But not one drop of blood. It did not bleed at all.
Oh no, there was blood because my dad almost passed out. I had
On your
hair
head for sure.
down past my butt. They shaved the center of my head 22 stitches later. 22 stitches later. That's why my hair has a tendency to part here. And it was yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because
Yeah. And after it was all done, Mom got me home. She paddled my butt.
After getting stitches?
Well, that's just it, Ola Joe. You know, that's why I had the swimming pool. I mean, I'm a water baby. And water, exercising in a swimming pool. Hydrotherapy is one of the best physios that they do because the water helps lessen the resistance. And that's after I broke my back, they had me, I was going to the pool, and that's how I was, exercising to regain the strength in my back. But again, when we're young,
we're stupid because we don't really
Yeah.
take care of ourselves.
Well, we have that invincibility mentality.
Yes.
But then 40 sets in. Okay, got a little 50 sets in. It's like, oh, what was I thinking? Then you hit 60. I hit 60 and something happened, but I'm not going to let it hold me back. I just adjust my life and how I do things to manage. And that's all any of us can do is learn how to manage, whether it was a difficulty, past injury. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Ola, like you, I love the water. I'm all about nautical, like you. Like I said, that we're comrades in the nautical. I wasn't in the Navy or anything, but I am. I mean, I live on an island. I work on a ferry. I am absolutely. I've been a water baby since I was 6 months old. Well, Tank, everybody keeps you in their prayers, and that you got like I said, you make the best of your situation. Make it so you can manage it.
Yeah.
Because it's not about quantity; it's about quality.
Yeah, like I went to a pain management clinic for, I think it was like a week-long thing.
Yep.
And they teach you you have to pace yourself.
Yes, you do. I had to turn my thing off there a second.
Yeah. Yeah, you just have to pace yourself. Don't do too much at one time. It's like a few days ago, I felt like I was back at the beginning with my neck.
Welcome in, Josie.
Hello.
Yeah, so I mean, and people say, well, sedentary, knitting and crocheting, sedentary. Not necessarily. Knitting and crocheting, you're just using a different set of muscles. Okay. And again, even when you're knitting and crocheting, you got to stop, exercise your hands, your shoulders, your arms, take a break. Oh, come on, Pam, you got to live adventures. I actually talked to my guy about a heater for the pool. And that was just so I could swim into October. He had one, and before he got here, he'd sold $1,000. I said, man, you get another one like that, call me. I will e-transfer the money. I will drive it there to get a heater because it's not so much, excuse me. It just allows you to swim like towards the end of August. It cools down here quicker than it does in other places. But people were swimming into October as long as the snow's not flying and the water isn't freezing. But my guy that opens and closes our pool, and it doesn't cost that much, and it's just better. He's a professional. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
By October and end of October, he likes to have all the pools closed up for the season.
So yeah, and if you have it heated, then you can use it for the whole length of time.
Right, and you can open up the pool earlier as long as everything's thawed out. We could open up in April.
Yeah.
Okay, Dragon Cat, thank you for coming in, dear. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Yes, have a good one.
And across the bottom of the screen, I'm thanking my Island Yarnies. And you guys thank them too, because with them, it enables me to do the StreamYard and have the longer sessions where I can do it instead of the limited 10 hours a month. I do pay for StreamYard, but it's the bottom tier there. And also it helps with giveaways, shipping for giveaways. Yes, please hit the thumbies. Thank you so much. Thank you. Again, if you want to drop your channel link, feel more than happy to. If you need to, put in Island and one of my moderators will drop your channel link. And if you haven't checked some of these people out, go check them out.
I don't know how to do that.
Subscribe. Now, remember, if you subscribe to somebody, you subscribe to 1,000 channels. If you don't visit their channel, semi-regular and comment, leave a, thumbs up and even an emoji, YouTube unsubscribes you. Because I just had to go back. Channels I used to watch regularly, and I had to resubscribe.
I don't think that's done it to me. But I don't really watch too many.
Yeah, I don't have Nightbot set up yet to do your drop channel. That's why I said one of my moderators, Ola, she's one of my Suzanne, one of them Darlene, they can drop your channel link and go check them out. Which
I need to learn how to do that.
Everybody in the chat I'm subscribed to. And I will spend a day and I'll say, okay, I'm gonna go watch this, and this. I make a watch list. And I watch that while I'm sitting here knitting, I'm baking bread, I'm cleaning, I'm cooking. So I can get. Okay, Tank. Take care, dear. Take care.
Okay. Take care.
Ola Joe, can you drop Pamski's Crafty Heart link, please? If you're not subscribed to her, please go check her out. She has a great channel.
Wow. She knew what you were going to say. Look.
Look at that. Like mine's water. Like mine's. But I enjoy watching the channels, so I try to group them. And I thank you, Ola Joe. You're such a sweetheart. Thank you, dear. Ola Joe, I love living vicariously. Like I'll watch Andrea, Ola Joe, Andrea, when she does her furls. I have one furl hook that I won. I didn't even know it. Yeah, Granny D. I didn't know I was getting it. It came in a package that I had won on one of her lives sometime. I did something. And anyways, it's the only furls hook I have. It's one of the Sunfire. I don't remember what they were called. Anyways, it's a G plus 4.25 or 4.5. And it's like using my Omi hook.
Yeah, they're shaped similar.
Yeah. The only, I can't afford, just like I have one Nelson Wood hook that was gifted to me. I bought some. I gave those as prizes. They're beautiful hooks. I just can't justify spending the money. I can't spend $100 on a crochet hook or even $50 on a crochet hook. My limit for crochet hooks is $15 Canadian. That's it. So I bought a few Omi hooks. I have those. I've got my Prims, my Clovers. I'm happy. But I live vicariously looking at her because I watched her. She just did one on the Zodiac one she had, and she actually had an Aries, and very lovely. And I mean, it was beautiful. The hooks are gorgeous. I heard they quit making the Odysseys because it's heavy. See, that to me, the Odyssey hook would be heavy, and I think that if you're crocheting a lot, that would wear on your wrist.
Oh yeah, especially if you have arthritis.
Yeah, but she does. She has Ola has quite a collection of furl hooks. But don't forget too, all right, I'm using my bread machine.
Oh.
But there are some, Demetra, that I just mix. The dough is mixed in my bread machine, and I've got to take it out, knead it, and put it into the pan. I found out very quickly cinnamon raisin bread is too heavy of a dough, so I just mix the raw dough in, which is a setting, mixes the raw dough. Then I put it into the pans, let it rise, and bake it in the oven. Yeah, see, I don't know if I could use that, Andrea, but I'll tell you, I'm a diehard Clover Amour. Although I do like my Prim hooks, but it just depends on the fabric, the fiber that I'm using.
Okay, I made Tigger with my Prim. Yeah. And it squeaked the whole time.
I never had any squeaking. No, Jeanette, Darlene is my adopted little sis.
Yeah.
as you know, in our crochet knitting community, there's big sis, like Bailey's my big sis. I've never had a big sis because I've always been the oldest. And then we have their, it's my sister from another mister. You hear all kind of different. Oh, here we go. Obi's gonna do her thing again because I just moved my hands. Yes, it did. And it's just it's you don't have to be sisters by blood, but you're sisters by heart.
Yes,
Um,
definitely.
and okay, Ola, but that's what it is. I mean, I have 5 blood sisters, but none of them live up here. I have a handful of sisters from another mister. And I mean, my sister-in-law Barb and I are like more like sisters than in-laws. And it's just the way it is. You click with somebody and you finish their sentence before they do. You have similar likes, similar personality traits. You just click. And that's the biggest thing from when I started this channel, the friendships I have developed and the family. That's why I don't call them subscribers. To me, you're my
Fiber
fiber
family.
family. Exactly. And sometimes you're closer with your sisters by heart than sisters by blood. I have one sister
Well,
I haven't talked to since my mother's funeral, and that's her choice, not mine.
well,
And
yeah,
she's
both
my
of mine are gone now, but I was never as close with them because, like, the next one from me was 7 years, and then you had 9 years, so I was a lot younger than them.
Now, see here, Demetra says she's recently acquired some furls hooks, but find them awkward to crochet with, and she switches them out with her older hooks to go faster. Exactly. It's all in. I'm not a fast. I've said this. I've told you guys. I'm right up front with it. I am not a fast knitter. I am not a fast crocheter. I am all about the process and enjoying what I'm doing. It's not a race to me. Oh, you did fine, Suzanne. You did fine, dear.
Unless you're on a timeline.
Well, yeah, you have a project. That's why I quit testing. I've taken a long break from testing, and there's really only one designer that I'll test for.
Lindsay.
And next month there's going to be a catch-up interview with Lindsay from Knit Eco Chic. And all kind of fun things we talk about. I will be putting up the premiere with Lindsay, and Lindsay even has delved into crochet, so she's crocheting and knitting.
Yes, she posted that one thing.
On her Instagram, if you go to her Instagram, you can see it. Yeah, so she's
Oh no,
delving into
on
crochet.
Facebook, on the Yayas.
Yep, on the Yaya. She posted on the Yayas. Lindsay is a Yaya. If you're not familiar with what a Yaya is the Facebook group. It is a private group. It is a safe space. You just have to ask to join, and Darlene or I will approve you. Because I've had some people try to join the Facebook group. Thank you, Ola, so much for coming. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
it
you
was
for the
nice
summies,
seeing
dear.
you.
You have a wonderful day, Ola Joe. Blessings to you too. Ding ding. I'll wait for the next trip on where we go sailing at.
Have a good one.
Yes, thank you so much for coming in. I'm trying to think, what was I just talking about? See, what happens to your memory? Oh boy, I just forgot what I was talking about. Oh well. I'm telling you, it's bad. The struggle is real. It's real.
Oh, it is. Dean reminds me all the time that we're getting old.
Yep.
We keep forgetting things.
Yep. I will try to do another live later this week before I have to. Might be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm going to be gone. There's no way I'm on the 6:00 ferry. I don't get home until 7:30, and I got to be back up at 5 a.m. the next morning just for Thursday and
Oh,
Friday.
you're not going to stay there that night?
No, I can't. It's too expensive. It's ridiculous they went for hotels. I was offered to stay with the other instructor. I just feel weird. I just feel weird, uncomfortable.
Yeah, I understand that.
So I'll commute. I'm using beep beep, so the gas isn't too bad. But I do want to thank everybody for coming in, and look forward to another live this week. I'll probably do it Wednesday afternoon, early afternoon around lunchtime.
Wednesday's good for me.
And because tomorrow I've got to work on my lesson plans for Thursday and Friday for teaching. I've got to do my lesson plans.
Tomorrow, we're getting a metal roof.
All right, you moved up that quick.
Yeah, the guy texted me before 9 o'clock this morning saying, like, can we come tomorrow? Okay.
Awesome.
Dean's happy.
Awesome.
He's going to be home because Victoria Day.
Yep. Tomorrow's a holiday here. So there's no banking, no mail or anything like that. I'll show that in another video. You guys remember me talk. I ordered yarn for a lady down the road. I always order for her and stuff. She wanted some Red Heart camo. So I went on. You couldn't get it at Michael's or Walmart. I went to Amazon. Actually had some good deals on the Red Heart dark green camouflage.
Oh.
So they had the comfort in the same color as the regular Red Heart, but it was a better deal. 600 plus yards for $10.
Nice.
But I ordered, so she says, give me 4. So I ordered 4. Then they had the Red Heart soup. They came in 3 packs for $20. About the same yardage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that's the one I want. So I said, they're the same color. So now I have 4
green camouflage
of green camouflage. So I guess I'll be making stuff for my grandson, my great grandson. It was already paid for, and it was going to be a pain in the butt to send it. So I just said I'll put it because I don't have any camouflage. I used all my camouflage up.
Sending things back to Amazon is really easy.
Yeah, it is, but it's pain. So I just kept it.
Yeah, because I bought a watering can.
Yeah,
but it didn't come with the nozzle. So I think it only took a couple of days for the guy to come and pick it up. And
see, I take mine to the post office, and the return authorization, they send me the label. I take it to the post office, and I'm going to go with it. And as soon as I scan it in, they refund my money.
I didn't need to do anything, just have everything together. The Amazon guy came to the door, took it. I said, do I need anything? He goes, oh, no, I have it in the truck.
See, we don't have that here on the island. And we have 2 different...
you did have the Amazon... You don't have the Amazon guy come anymore.
No, there's in telecom is a new... And
they've been here. They do some, but not all of them.
They deliver up until 10 o'clock at night. My other guy, John, he was here always. Even in Perp.
Hi, Perp.
He was always here before 8 o'clock in the morning. So you always had your stuff early. Perp, we're just getting ready to leave here, dear. We're saying our goodbyes and everything. But I'm going to have another live, probably Wednesday afternoon around lunchtime here. And hopefully I can finish I got 2 tutorials I started filming. One is the lattice work for the cow there, which everybody's still working on theirs. Okay. So it's no big rush. The other one is I started the tutorial for the basket weave waves dishcloth.
Basket weave waves?
Yep. Because it goes like this.
Oh, okay. Because I think one of the ones I did for you. Oh, yes. One of the ones I did for you was basket weave.
Yeah. And these needles that I bought, I was going to use it for socks. Nah, they're perfect for my dishcloths. So this is the tutorial dishcloth basket. I finished this one here. This was the blooming dishcloth. I did finish that one from doing the tutorial.
Nice.
And then I've got to finish the golden medallion ones. I got a couple more repeats to do on that one, and it'll be done. I do up 1 repeat, maybe 2 repeats of the pattern. So when I go to do the tutorial, you can actually see what it is we're doing. But I take you from the beginning to that. So and everybody seems to be enjoying.
Are you using cotton, or are you?
Yes. No, I'm using cotton. I'm using my stash of Premier Cotton. Uh-oh, I hear Gracie getting yelled at. Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to get going because I gotta fix dinner for us. We're having toasted cheese and vegetable soup.
Yeah, we had salad. I need to go because we have to go in town to visit his mom.
Jeanette, when it comes to your dishcloth cotton, it doesn't matter. I get Mary Maxim. I get whatever's cheap. I get whatever's cheap. I get the 1 pound Mary Maxim mystery the 1 pound cotton bag, and it's fine. It's good cotton. It's kind of a rough cotton, so I have to moisturize my hands a lot.
Yeah.
But I just want to thank you guys again. You know how much I enjoy these
Yeah.
lives. And I do, as I always say, because it goes to replay and people do watch the replays, that I hope you're staying safe, you're healthy, you're happy, doing what it is that makes you happy. And hug, smiles, and happiness. Pass it on. Make the world a better place each and every day. Be that light in somebody's dark day.
Yes.
I do love you guys. Thank you for supporting me these past almost 5 years. It's hard to believe.
Yeah.
I saw some of my old videos where my hair was brown and I looked younger. But
You're beautiful. You are beautiful the way you
she
are.
needs new glasses or new contacts. You guys have a great evening. I'm going to make grilled cheese sandwiches. I love you all, sis. I'll talk to you later.
Love you.
You guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye, Suzanne. Thank you for my moderators for doing such
See
a
you
wonderful
later.
job. You guys have a great one.
Bye.
Bye-bye.